Chapter 11, Touch and Go. Hopefully you're all having a great day. Gabe at Austin's body, limp on the ground next to the newborn fowl. He's out cold. Kit bends to check his vitals. Austin! Kid, he's not moving!
He's breathing, but it doesn't look good. You stay here with him, I'm calling an ambulance. Reception's better near the house.
Kid peels himself away, punching numbers into his cell phone as he ventures back out into the driving rain. Stay with me, Austin. You still have to save the ranch. This foul is just a start, remember? There's still so much left to do. A few seconds later, Kid pokes his head into the stall.
An ambulance is on its way. We should probably meet him outside.
When you get outside, the storm is petering out. Soon, you hear a telltale siren. Dispatch filled us in on the way. Take me to Austin. Moments later, the paramedics load Austin into the back. You and Kids both start to climb inside. We usually only allow one other person in the back.
Come on, Ben. We've known each other since high school. Make an exception. You know Austin and our family.
What the hell? Climb in. We have to hit the road. The ambulance pulls off the property, sirens blaring. You watch with heavy heart as the ranch fades from view. Ask Ben for more info. Can we stay with him once he's been admitted? That'll depend on how serious his condition is. You don't know? I know that he's stable. Other than that, no, I'm sorry, Dolly. Kid wraps an arm around you, you lean into his embrace, and he turns to press a kiss to your temple. The tightness in your chest begins to ease.
Don't worry, everything's gonna be alright.
When you arrive at the hospital, Austin is admitted in a flurry of activity. Who do we have here? What happened? This is Austin Steele, my brother. We just found him like that in the stables after the storm. And if you picked the other route, it was after Bout Chickawowin. The doctors wheel Austin into the ER, rapidly discussing their theories with each other. We have to rule out the subdural hematoma. Call imaging so we can confirm, then we can... Oh, just hold on, Austin. As you wait for word on Austin's condition, your mind races. I can't believe this happened while I was kissing Kid. What kind of sister am I? Well, not even gonna with this. Kit has a 1,000-yard stare. Hands clasped as if in prayer, the two of you sit in silence as the minutes tick on. By the way, stay at the end so I can have a quick discussion with all of y'all. It's been so long. Should we be worried?
Yeah, wouldn't you? They gotta take their time to rule everything out. Best we can do is be patient.
Each lapse into your own thoughts after what feels like hours. The doctors who admitted Austin appear. Dolly Steele. That's me. I'm Dr. Miller. I wanted to update you on your brother. Right now he's stable, but still unconscious.
Is he gonna be alright?
We hope so, but his injuries have put him at the risk of eternal bleeding, so we need to keep him under observation. That sounds serious. How bad is it? Your brother has several broken ribs, significant contusions, hairline fracture of the skull. He's also showing signs of a concussion.
Oh my god.
Tell me, will he recover? We're hopeful he'll make a full recovery, yes, but it could take some time. How much time? That depends on him. It's too early to say. I'll have a better answer for you when he wakes up and can tell us more about what happened. Thank you, Dr. Miller. I appreciate it. The doctor departs as the reality of Austin's condition sets in. Tears spring to your eyes.
Dolly, come here.
He envelops you in a hug. Your shoulders sag as you huddle against him. Thinking of Austin all alone in the hospital reminds me of... He smooths a hand over your hair as he whispers in your ear.
Shh, it's okay, I know. How about we go home and pack a bag for Austin? Is there something you can think of that'll make this place feel like a little more like home?
Well, my parents used to let us sleep with the quilts our grandmother made us whenever we were sick. Austin and I used to tell each other they were magic. They helped us heal faster.
Well, that sounds perfect. I'm sure he'd appreciate us bringing this to him. Now you just sit tight and I'll get us a ride back to the ranch.
As he steps aside to make a call, you realize, out of all the things that could have gone wrong today, Kit's always been the one to make it better. Yeah, that's what happens when there's, a good person in your life. Back at the ranch, you're unsettled by how it still feels. It's like even the house is holding its breath. You sigh, unable to step outside of your car just yet. Kit looks over at you tenderly, reaching a hand across the console to squeeze yours.
What can I do?
I'd love it if you could help me with the packing. What if I bring him all the wrong things?
Nah, you wouldn't, but if it brings you peace of mind, I'm happy to offer my opinion.
Together you climb the stairs to Austin's bedroom. You hesitate at the threshold, but Kit crosses it with ease. In an instant, he's pulled out an overnight bag from the closet and sets it on the bed.
You take the dresser, I'll see what he'll need out of the closet.
Pull out a few pairs of jeans from the drawers. Kit finds a silk shirt printed in an unfortunate pattern and shakes it at you.
What do you think? Should we bring it to him?
Don't you think Austin suffered enough?
Good point. Show me where that quid is and we'll be on our way.
You flip the latch on an antique trunk in the corner of the living room. Inside are the quilts your grandmother made for you. Pretty. 2 generations of sleepless nights and still as sturdy as ever.
These must hold a lot of memories.
Yeah, most of them are warm and sweet. When I was sick, I knew I could count on Mom to bring me a quilt and a bowl of soup. Make it better every time.
I bet she'd be happy to hear how much it meant to you.
You turn the quilt over in your hand to admire the pattern and the stitching. Sometimes she'd skirt her ranch work just to spend time with me. We'd use the quilts to build a fort. We'd play pretend for hours, all the way up until we heard the dinner bell. As you say the words, fresh tears threaten to spill. Damn it. You wipe away, hoping Kit won't notice, but his eyes haven't left yours.
Dolly, talk to me. Austin's gonna be alright. What's eating you?
You exhale shakily, taking a few seconds to collect yourself. I hate hospitals. It's like being back in the worst day of my life. My parents went in and they never walked out. Now Austin's there and... You choke out a sob as the rush of emotions can hold you close as you cry.
It's okay, Dolly. I'm not going anywhere.
As your tears ebb, he tilts her chin and kisses you tenderly. Kid. Now is not the time for this shit. You cling to him as his lips part yours, your fingers twisted in fabric of a shirt. He pauses, pulling back to look at you.
We don't have to go back yet, Dolly. We can stay right here, just the two of us, until you're ready.
A new feeling blooms in your chest. You felt a burning need before, but the flame flickering within you doesn't burn. Instead, it warms you to your bones. I never felt safer than I do with him. I swear to God, if this is going where I think it's going, I'm throwing Pixelberry out in space. You give in to the warmth of Kit's embrace, wrapping your arms around his neck to pull him close. He cups your face and wipes away your tears with the pad of his thumb.
What does he want, Dolly? I'll do anything.
Just don't let me go. Rest your head against his chest, soothed by the sound of his beating heart. He caresses the nape of your neck as he bends down to kiss the crown of your head. You turn your face to capture his lips with a tender kiss. As your mouths move together, your hand slides under the hem of his shirt. I want to feel all of you, kid.
You will, but let's take our time. There's nothing to rush back for yet. God, you're stunning, Dolly. You make me want to do things I never expected to at one.
I'm not sure I know what you mean.
I want you, obviously, but it's more than that. I wanna, I don't know, hold you close, let you know how much you mean to me. I wanna linger here with you in this feeling instead of racing to finish, and if that makes sense.
I know exactly what you mean. Do you, though? I think you should massage me, dance with me. What in the are these options? He moves behind you, his strong hands working through the knots in your shoulders. You moan as the tension evaporates beneath his touch.
Does that feel good?
You have no idea.
How about this?
His lips brush your shoulders as his hands reach across, around, cup your boobas. I just had to. He squeezes gently, running his fingers over you. Oh, for the love of... In the middle of undressing and everything else, it's this comment that gets me.
How is it even when you're crying? You're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
Speaking of, I'd like to see a little more you, is what she follows up with.
I just want to feel close to you, now more than ever.
If only we could stay like this forever.
I wish that were possible. Best we can do is enjoy this time we got.
You cuddle into the crook of his arms. He presses a kiss to your forehead. I'm not ready to face the world just yet.
Don't worry, darling. I'll be there to face it with you.
You lie there a few minutes more, enjoying the stillness. Eventually, Kit stirs, turning to face you.
We should start heading back. You gonna be okay?
I will be, thanks to you. I needed that more than I realized. A chance to feel close to somebody.
I needed it too, darling. Now, no matter what happens between us, I'll always be there for you.
Once you're both dressed and you've gathered up your things, Kit reaches for your hand. He holds it in his the whole way back to the hospital. Hours pass. You and Kit play cards in the hospital waiting room until Dr. Miller reappears. Just the people I was looking for. You can go in and visit your brother now.
Is Austin awake?
No, it's his corpse. You can go visit that. Like, seriously? Man, not yet, but we've run all the tests we need, and we're confident he's no longer in danger. Here, I'll show you to his room. Your stomach seizes as you cross the threshold. Being back inside a hospital room brings all the memories to the surface again. Oh, Austin, I'm sure. So sorry you're stuck here. Kit rests a hand on the small of your back, and then then takes Austin's bag with the other.
Why don't I take first watch? I know how tough this is for you.
But what if he wakes up? Don't I need to be here?
You heard the doctor. He won't be awake for a while. Go get a cup of coffee or something. You're gonna need your energy today.
Without waiting for a reply, he claims the chair beside Austin's bed. I can't thank you enough. If it weren't for you here, I don't know what I'd do.
Good thing we don't have to imagine it. I'm not going anywhere.
You head out, but the sounds of the hospital quickly overwhelm you. If I'm not going to be with Austin, I need to be out here. Not to mention someone to talk to. You head down to the waiting room and dial Mandy's number. I was just thinking about you. Were you in the path of the storm? It looked like a doozy. Actually, yeah, it hit us hard. Rich took a beating, and so did Austin. We're at the hospital now. Wait, what? How? No, sure. I think our mare got spooked while she was fouling and kicked him, but the doctor says he's gonna be okay. Thank goodness. How are you holding up? I know how you feel about hospitals. It's okay. It's not about me. It's me, Dolly. You don't have to put on a brave face. Honestly, I promise I'm okay. I've been through tough times before. I can handle it. Are you sure? Handling isn't the same as being okay. I know, but all things considered, I'm doing better than I ever would have expected. That does it. What hospital are y'all at? I can be there in under an hour. You don't need to, Mandy. What would you even do once you got here? I don't know. What are you doing? Make you laugh, sit in silence, whatever you need. I know you need a friend right now. It would be nice to have some support. We could even get something to cheer Austin up. Mandy's so good at stuff like that. Be here with me. For a word, she arrives in 30 minutes flat. She pulls you into a tight hug immediately. Dolly, I made it! I would hope I'm hugging you. I can't believe you're here. I'll pull her leg. Take your time, will you? I spent the whole way, and I ran that light outside of Tulsa City, and no one was around, and... Mandy, I was kidding. You being here at all is incredible, and you made the drive faster than I thought even was possible. You're lucky you're in a state. You are. Otherwise, I'd take you to task for teasing me that way. So, what can I do to help? We should probably start by checking in on Austin. You peek your heads inside. Kit nods his head at Mandy and grinning. Hey, Mandy. Hey, yourself. Need anything in here? Unless you want to get him flowers or something. Our boy's still playing Sleeping Beauty over here. Actually, flowers aren't a bad idea. The room is so drab. We could probably get some different lighting, too. Uh-oh. Now look what you've done. You should know better than to suggest a shopping trip to Mandy. Kit leans back in his chair with a teasing grin. I'll suggest whatever I have to if it makes you smile. I'll check out that gift shop. See what they got. Be back in a flash. Out of earshot in the hallway, Mandy bumps you with her head. Since when have you two progressed to a thing? Oh, for the love of... We're not a thing, Mandy. Nope, not buying it. Something is different between the two of you. Wait a minute, have you hooked up? Oh, listen, they've done more than hooked up. They've already bounced Chicka Wow Wow. Technically 2 times. Mandy, you're dreaming. He's just being nice because of what happened to Austin. Sure. That's why he couldn't peel his eyes off you the whole time you're in the room. Man doesn't look at a woman like that if you haven't, well, you know. What are you implying? We need to work on your poker face, Dolly. Now come on, out with it. What happened between y'all? Okay, I'll tell you. Kit and I hooked up earlier today, and it was intense. Oh my God, I can't believe you didn't tell me. When was I gonna tell you before now? Today's been a little hectic if you didn't notice. Fair, but you're still holding back? Mandy leans in conspiratorially, dropping her voice to a whisper. How was it? Oh, that's the first thing you can oh my God. Amazing. I've never had a partner be that attentive. I felt like my pleasure was all that mattered. I know I'm teasing you about pining away after Kit for so long, but this is starting to feel serious. You think? Absolutely. I know Kit's got a wild past, but he's showing up for you. He's sitting a vigil, for goodness sake. Well, Austin is his best friend. Sure, fine, but you're the one he's really here for. Any fool can see that. But enough about him. I came to support you, so what would make you feel better? How about we scream at the top of our lungs? No, that never makes you feel better. Typically, that induces a migraine. Take in some fresh air. I got a nice courtyard. Let's go for a walk. You turn out to the hospital to take a walk through the adjacent park. Isn't this lovely? It feels like a combination of our worlds. Not just an urban city, but not just as rural as my ranch. Mandy gives you an alarmed glance. I love you, Dolly, but if you're suggesting we both move to the suburbs, that's a hard pass for me. Maybe not right now, but never say never. The two of you laugh as you continue through the park. Before long, you feel the weight in your chest easing. Feeling better? More than I thought possible. How'd that happen? Because it's called taking your mind off of stress. That's the power of friendship. Now, come on. We gotta get Austin something to let him know we're thinking of him. Back at the hospital, Mandy scours the gift shop for an acceptable present. Everything is literally acceptable in a gift shop in a hospital, okay? Unless they gotta, like, get kicked by a Bronco sign. Then you know. Decisions. No, this is simple. Austin's always had a dark sense of humor. Oh, okay. Yes, I agree with this one. Yes. You sure it's not a little too soon? Listen, he works on a ranch and he's a cowboy. He'll be fine. Unlike the dark sense of humor. Trust me, I know my brother. Besides, it's so damn cute. If you say so, I'm going for the flowers. Can't go wrong with those. Flowers, huh? Sounds like Kit and I aren't the only ones progressing to a thing. Mandy makes a point of avoiding eye contact as she pays. Oh. I don't know what you're talking about. Austin isn't even my type. That room just needs some color. Yep. He smiles smugly as she chews her bottom, which you know to be her tell. Sure. When you arrive back at Austin's room, you feel considerably lighter, but Mandy pauses just outside the door, holding a finger. I'll just be a sec. I just need to caffeinate. Do you want me to wait for you? No, go on. If has woken up, it's better for y'all to take a couple of minutes together before I show up anyway. Oh, yeah, She gotta go caffeinate, more like, make sure she's presentable, all prepared for what's about to happen, shit like that. Manny gives you one last hug and hurries away. You enter Austin's room and take the empty seat next to Kid. He looks relieved to see you, but exhausted as he cups your hands in his.
I'm glad you're here, Dolly.
Need a break? Mandy and I are happy to take over for a while.
No, it's not that. I actually wanted to talk to you.
The gravity of his tone catches you off guard. It isn't reproachable, it's vulnerable. Of course, what's going on? He squeezes your hands, summoning his strength.
In the past, if anybody got close to me, all I wanted to do was run. But when it comes to you...
He shakes his head, clearly having trouble putting it into words.
I can't rightly explain it, but I don't want to run anymore with you. I want to stay.
I want you to stay too, Kit, but Austin... You turn towards your brother, who lies unconscious in the hospital bed as Kit picks his next words.
I don't want to lie to him. He's my best friend, but right now, probably isn't the best time to tell him, given him his condition. If things go the way they're going now, we'll tell him. If they fizzle, then we save him getting all worked up over nothing.
They won't fizzle, but Austin does need to focus on getting better. I couldn't live with myself if we derailed that. You're squeezing Kit's hand to signal your agreement when Austin's eyelids flutter open. What in the hell? Listen, we were only holding hands. Leave me alone. Austin, you're awake? He stares down at your clasped hands, barks at a hoarse laugh, and then winces from the pain.
I must really be in bad shape if y'all are clutching each other like an old married couple.
You break apart in an instant, but Austin doesn't seem to realize he actually caught you out. Caught you out? I just have to double, triple check this. Okay. Forget that. What happened? Mayor caught me right in the chest. Honestly, the embarrassment hurts about as much as my ribs. Should have known better than to get close to her in the state she was in.
How are you feeling now? We've been damn worried about you.
Austin's eyes begin to mist over as he reaches for each of your hands. I hope you know how grateful I am. If y'all hadn't been there, well, I don't even want to ponder on that. I just wish we'd gotten there sooner. No, don't say that. You did more than anyone else could have done. You're too solid gold. I'd rather not be laid up, obviously, but knowing y'all will be there while I heal back up, the two people I trust most in the world, sure. But I'm more than anything, I feel lucky, damn lucky. Still a glance at Kit, and when you lock eyes, the guilt you feel is mirrored on his face. Looks like Austin finally trusts me just in time for me to keep the biggest secret from him I've ever had. Oh no, whatever will we do? Alright, without further ado, thanks for watching. Much love and appreciation. Very short chapter today. Keep that in mind. Very short chapter. And that's with all the diamond choices. You know, besides the bounce check a wow scene. But, you know. Again, I don't know. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below before I begin to talk for a quick second. What you feel? What do you feel about all this? You know, about the whole shenanigans and everything. Do you feel like, you know, do some of y'all? I'm gonna be honest. I handle things a lot differently, and that's why I always try. And I try not to make all the jokes in the world about this, and sometimes my little voice in my head, that apparently, according to science, 50 to 60% of humanity, all 8 billion people on this planet, do not have. So I'm always learning, always educating myself, always aiming to be better and do better, right? It's my saying that I always tell other people to do better, be better. So I sit here and I go, okay. So 50 to 60% of people aren't going to have that inner voice in their head that go, listen, no, you need to just don't harp on it. There's people who handle things differently. So are there people out there who actually like, oh no, I'm grieving, my brother's in the hospital? You know, besides a soap opera, to me, in my opinion, because I personally have never known anybody that's like, let's go home and bounce chickawawa, and then while the person needs assistance, clearly, we're gonna go do the same in the barn. Let me know. Let me know. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and say this and just make it quick. I have a friend who recently lost his dad. And he has this, had we not been messing around or had we not been doing whatever, you know, basically what they were doing is being away from their dad. They have, basically survivor guilt. And, that their family, their family member, their loved one died in their arms. And it's not my story to tell. It really isn't. But, I know the situation around it, and there's nothing he could have done, in my personal opinion. You can't completely give up your life. Even for me, I've given up 19 years for my 2 brothers. And, you know, you leave the room for 2 minutes, and something can happen. You know, any parent has that, at least any good parent, may I say, can have that, you know, that thought in their brain, you know, that, you know, you especially first time parents, right? That, you know, oh my God, something might happen, I'm not there, yada, yada, yada. So, you know, he has that thought, and he holds himself, you know, under that guise that he could have, you know, been there and saved him and all this other stuff. In my personal opinion, no. You can't give up your whole entire life, and even when you do, I've had things happen that will be like, my God, I've given 19 years up, and you sit there and you think of every hour on the hour, and there was even a time where I took pills to make sure I never slept. And your body can only go so long, your mind can only go so long before you start losing it, and you can even, you know, stop living. So, literally, you know, welcome coffin. So I've done a lot of damage to my own body due to that mentality of you need to be there every waking moment or something's going to happen. And there's a lot of circumstances behind that. Some other time, you know, for going into detail on that. But yeah, no, let me know your thoughts. But without further ado, I always hold the end of these videos for thoughts or propose questions or little rants or whatnot. And hopefully you guys enjoy them. Hopefully you guys, you know, I try and give you guys the story and everything else, and I try and shut up mainly, besides the reading, throughout most of the story. And then at the end, I'll talk. And, you know, it's also my way of trying to, I don't know, make you guys learn a little bit about me, my mentality, things like that, and maybe draws you guys to be like, you know, hey, this person's not just another creator on the platform that either wants to just tap or not let you get to know them at all, because I look at you guys as family. You guys are my family. You guys mean a lot to me. And you know, there's been people that I've talked to for hours on end that are like, you know, hey, I've listened to you for a while. I've never really commented, but I really need, you know, I'm going through something right now, and I really need to talk, and I feel like, you know, I could talk to you. And I'm glad I've really helped some a lot. Well, I'd say every person. I've never really had anybody come to me and be like, listen, you didn't help me at all. Every single person I can say that I'm honestly, you know, one-on-one talk to, I'm glad that I've helped. I'm glad. So, thanks again for watching. Love your beautiful faces, and I'll catch y'all sometime, whenever. Peace.